to this. Studies have shown that women apparently have a biological attraction to certain traits in men. Some of them good, and some, well, let's just say you may want to be aware of. Dr. Scott Carroll, an associate professor of child and adolescent psychiatry at UNM School of Medicine, is here once again. Dr. Carroll, thank you for coming in again. This is interesting. So studies have shown that women have a biological attraction to certain traits in men. Yes. Interesting. And I guess some of this could be potentially not too good for you if you're a woman. That's interesting. Talk to us about this. This is interesting. Okay. This is kind of like we're talking about bad boys here. What's called the bad boy look or image, maybe.
Well, we're going to break down why bad boys are so attractive.
Okay.
So what the short answer is that it's called dominance traits. And so what that means is that sort of the things, not just physically dominant, but also in terms of like attitude and intelligence and sort of verbal and relational styles. So, and in fact, science has actually researched this and come up with something called the dark triad.
Dark triad. I cannot believe there was a study done on this. This is fascinating.
Oh, yes.
Okay. We just saw a picture. What was that? Who was that? James Dean.
Yes.
Okay, he obviously was a bad boy.
Right.
He had that image. So what are some of the common things about these bad boys that we need to know about, or the traits and how it relates to you?
I break my bad boys down into three basic types. So we've got the rebel type, which is symbolized by James Dean. Right.
Okay.
And so they're young, they're fun, they're adventurous, they scoff at danger. And you know it's going to be a good time when you hang out with them. Okay.
And then you also have what?
The second one is the player. The player is sort of a con artist.
Oh,
and so, you know, these are the guys that are smooth, they'll tell you what you want to hear, and and then next thing you know they're gone and you can't find them.
Huh. Okay.
All right. And then the third one is the Mac. Now, the Mac is actually a little bit more dangerous than the first two. You usually know what you're getting with the first two.
Okay.
Now, the Mac is the kind of guy that looks like, he could be a great father. He could be a great husband. But the question is he ready for that yet?
Oh, brother, look who it is. Example.
Yes.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Wow, Mr. Clooney is the Mac.
But he did finally get engaged.
He did get married. Didn't he recently get married?
He's engaged.
He's engaged. Okay, we'll see.
Finally.
Why, though, Dr. Carroll, why is it that women are attracted to these bad boys types?
Well, it's a genetic attraction. So, think about it. You know, if you want the man to be with who's the most successful, the most powerful, the one who is going to be best able to provide and protect your children, you want the biggest, baddest dude on the block, right?
Yeah, okay. I see the logic behind it. Should you be protecting yourself, though?
Yes, absolutely. Well, absolutely. Obviously, the rebels, while they're fun, they're not usually taking care of business. They're not, working on their careers or their education or things like that. They tend not to like responsibility. So, settling down and raising a family, not their cup of tea. Players, they're in there for the quick hit. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And so, in that case, all you have to do is just, slow it down. Try to get to know them. They actually makes them run.
Right. Exactly. Right.
And now the Macs are the hardest because they could be ready, but then they might not. You don't know.
Slick.
And they don't hide it. They're just straight up about it. That's like, maybe I'm ready, maybe I'm not. We'll see.
Sure. I got to ask you this. Can the same be said about women? Do we know if there's, kind of veering off. The same thing can be said about women then.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll bring you back another day to talk about that, because that is so interesting. Thank you, Dr. Scott Carroll. Again, if you would like more information on how to reach Dr. Carroll, this is an interesting topic. I know there's going to be a lot of women out there talking. Go to our website, casa.com, click on the CASA blog.